Hello dear friends, my name is Andrei Kulakov, I'm Program Director of Internews Ukraine, and let's start our brief course on communication. We will talk about the basic elements of communication to build our communication plans and our strategies. The basic principles of strategic communication, definition and goals. First of all, we should understand that communication is not an additional activity. It shouldn't be based on the residual principle. It's a part of our strategic activities. In our daily work, we are bombarded by the million of different tasks. We have to organize numerous exhibitions, conferences, seminars, and so on. And all this organizational stuff takes all our energy and time. And we are left with little force to talk about our achievements. And yet, we should think from the very beginning about whom and how we will talk to. Communication is like real marketing. The marketing managers do not only decide how to sell, for example, yogurt. They decide exactly what kind of yogurt to produce and whether it should be yogurt at all. So, from this moment, let's consider communication as strategic process and as an element at the very basis of any action. So what is communication? There are a lot of kinds of communications and a lot of varieties. So let's stay on one definition. First of all, there is internal communication, or so-called corporate communication, when you communicate ideas, messages within your organization or initiative. But we will talk about external communication. There are a lot of theories and experts proposing different definitions. But I would suggest to stay on the following one. External communication is a system of measures for offering information, which aims to influence the perception, expectations, and behavior of target audiences, according to the mission and goals of your organization or project. So it's important to remember that the ultimate goal of communication is to influence the behavior of our target audience. And this is the main difference between communication and just talking or having a chat. We should convince someone we are talking to behave in a certain way. But before this, we need to influence their perception and expectation, so-called mindset. And then we move to the practical aspect of communication. Let's take an example. For example, there is an election campaign. For instance, a presidential one. First of all, the staff of the candidate should create a positive image of this candidate. The positive image of his words, of his thoughts, and of his behavior. But people should react on this image not only by reason, but as well emotionally. In this way, the staff creates a positive mindset. The ultimate goal of the election campaign is to convince people to do a particular thing. Voters should do a particular action. They should come to a polling station and vote for this candidate. Please pay attention that you can find some additional and useful materials to this course below the video.